Good morning, students. Today we will begin with our next chapter in English grammar, chapter number 4, the comma. Before we begin the chapter, let us learn about punctuation. Punctuation is used to create sense and clarity in sentences. We use punctuation marks to organize our writing. Basic punctuation marks will help you to express yourself better in writing. Punctuation marks will make your sentences clearer and more understandable to the reader. That is, punctuation makes our writing clear and easy to understand. Some common punctuation marks are: number 1, the full stop. It is represented by a dot. A statement begins with a capital letter and ends in a full stop. Example: I have a red ball. So the sentence will begin with capital I and ends with a full stop. Number 2, the comma. It is represented by this sign. Number 3, the exclamation mark. It is represented by a standing line and a dot. Example: what a beautiful picture. Here the sentence begins with a capital letter W and ends with the exclamation mark. Number 4, the question mark, represented by this sign. You have already learnt in the chapter the question that a question always begins with a capital letter and ends in a question mark. Example: what is your name? The sentence will begin with the capital letter W and ends with the question mark. Number 5, the colon. It is represented by 2 dots, one above the other. Number 6, the semicolon. It is represented by a dot and a comma. Number 7, hyphen. It looks like a dash. Number 8, apostrophe. Apostrophe is represented by a comma, but it is above S. So sometimes we call it as apostrophe S, like Sita's bag. The bag belongs to Sita, so it is called Sita's bag. So how do we write? We write the word Sita, then write apostrophe and then write one S, Sita's bag. Number 9, quotation marks. It is represented by double inverted comma. Now let us learn about the comma in detail. The comma is used within a sentence to separate a list of items. Example: my mother went to the market and bought carrots, comma, beans, comma, cabbages, comma, turnips, comma, spinach, comma, grapes and tomatoes. So here you can see a list of items are bought by my mother. So to separate the list of items, we have used comma in the given sentence. Number 2, to give extra information about someone or something. Example: that little girl, comma, my sister, comma, is one of the prize winners. Here I am talking about my sister. So I am giving extra information about her, that she is one of the prize winners. So after girl and after the word sister, we have used comma in the given sentence. Number 3, to separate a noun of address. Example: why are you late, Zubin? So after the word late, we have used comma because we are calling out Zubin. We are talking to Zubin. Number 4. To provide a pause in a long sentence. See the last example. This sentence is a long sentence. It is actually 3 shorter sentences joined together and a long sentence is written. In that case, we have to use commas to separate the smaller or the shorter sentences. Now let us see. The last cottage we saw when we were house hunting, comma, was a little one with thick walls and a square chimney, comma, and we both really liked it. Actually, there are 3 shorter sentences here. So, we are providing a pause in this long sentence. Pause means a small halt. Rukna hai. The last cottage we saw when we were house hunting, comma, was a little one with thick walls and a square chimney, comma, and we both really liked it. So, we will discuss about the rest of the chapter with the exercises in the next video. Thank you.